scary things from Razia. I come to say that as a representation of regulators, we got you. So, ladies and gentlemen, and I really strongly appreciate the gentlemen that made it. Thank you. All protocol observed. I stand before you today to share about a topic that is very close to my heart. I'm delighted to see Christine here. I've served on the board of Christine's Bank, and I was extremely very passionate about some of these matters. I'm going to talk about the power of good governance and sustainability in shaping the development of Africa's markets. Africa does actually find itself at crossroads, but still we have the solution within, or the solutions within actually, quite a number of them. We are blessed to be one of the regions that are actually growing, irrespective of all the things that are happening around us. Averagely at 3.6 growth GDP. So over the past decade, we've seen it happen, and I have hope and trust that it's going to continue happening if you come with me on this journey. And if we all agree that we are going to do what we need to do, because governance, like we all know it, it's not just in the boardroom. It's not in the boardroom. It is part of the boardroom, but it's everywhere else in the organization. And it has to be embedded in every aspect of what the organization does every day. So the financial sector, as a vital pillar of economic progress, plays a pivotal role in steering Africa towards sustainable and inclusive development. We have an abundance of natural resources, a very young and dynamic population, and an entrepreneurial spirit. That honestly, if you think about our limitations, that we still have all these entrepreneurs coming out and braving the weather and actually exceeding our expectations. It's amazing. So the spirit of the African entrepreneur is commendable. To unlock Africa's full potential, though, and overcome some of the hurdles that we hear, there's a lot of noise everywhere. It's imperative that we establish robust financial markets founded on the principles of good governance and sustainability. First, allow me to just a little bit delve into governance. Governance is instrumental in implementing sustainability across all organizations, whether it's civil society, companies, public sector, everything alike. Key governance factors such as vision, mission, policies, reporting, communication. Yes, actually communication is part of governance. The board of directors and the leadership itself all contribute to achieving the sustainability that we desire. Good governance will ensure transparency, accountability, and effective regulation, building trust among investors, instilling confidence in the markets, and attracting domestic and foreign investment. Talk about us wanting to bring in attract the revenues, like Razia did mention, the climate-related revenues that need to come in. We have to strike that balance because yes, we need the climate change money to come in, but some of these realities are not our realities. And we have to be able to strike a very good balance to be able to take what's given to us and not break ourselves but actually grow. We have to strengthen our regulatory frameworks. And yes, of course, I wouldn't go away without saying this. And maybe just to mention that when we do this, we are not trying to stop business people from growing. We are actually trying to protect your hard-earned dollars, or Rwandan franc for that matter, because we are home, yeah? So we must strengthen regulatory frameworks, enforce stringent anti-corruption measures, and promote ethical conduct to foster an environment where financial institutions can thrive and serve as engines of economic growth. Sustainability being at the core of the financial markets in Africa. When we speak sustainability, we speak all sustainable development goals, not just the environment. By integrating environmental, social, and governance principles into investment decisions, we can channel capital towards projects that not only generate financial returns, but to those that also create a chance for the same returns to be sustained and multiplied years after we become toothless. Green bonds, renewable energy financing, and sustainable agriculture initiatives are just some of the examples on how we can shape the continent's future while preserving its natural resources. Like Razia put it, all the amazing reforms we see out here are only as good as we are able to sustain them and carry them forward. It is difficult to speak about sustainability without inviting financial inclusion to the table. I like to say that I've worked in many places, and I don't say this, Christine, because you're here. The mandate that the microfinance institutions hold and drive is immense and incredible. Yes. Millions of Africans lack access to formal financial services, limiting their economic opportunities and hindering overall progress. To achieve this access, we must think technology, digital innovation, and inclusive policies to help us extend the reach of financial services to the unbanked, uninsured, and underprivileged, empowering them to participate in the formal economy and build a brighter future for themselves and our communities. Journey with me for a minute, and I literally mean please journey with me. What would weather and crop insurance mean to a dynamic farmer in the remotest areas of our countries? Think about it. Picture on her business prospects and what this would mean for her family's education. Yeah? Carrying on, what would this mean for food security if all the farmers had the same opportunities? We're not done yet. What would that mean for the inflation and exchange rates? That, you know, when we hear the dollar strengthening, it really shakes us. But what would it mean if actually we had the food security and we start to export and we have these dollars coming in as much as we desire or even more? Have we thought about what this would mean or translate into in terms of security? We are talking insurance, yeah? But it's all intertwined. Which investor, honestly, if we had it all set like that, who would resist such an investment environment? No one. No one. So, collaboration is key to get here. Financial institutions, development partners, and civil society must come together to foster an ecosystem that nurtures good governance, sustainability, and financial inclusivity. Together we can create an enabling environment for businesses where they thrive and entrepreneurs are free to innovate because they are not threatened, by the limitations that are created by the things that face us, the challenges that face us. And investments will flow freely, benefiting society and the environment alike. As we embark on this transformative journey, and you'll allow me to share just a little bit about my journey as a child raised by a widowed immigrant mother. If she had the opportunities that we have as women today, I don't know. If I'm here today, I don't know where we would have been. So we got so much strength within us to actually move and shake and move the continent. Thank you. We need to be resilient, though. We need to be a lot more resilient. Sorry, I get very emotional when I speak about my mother. We have to turn the challenges that face us into opportunities. There's a gentleman that said there's never a good time for tough decisions. There will always be an election or something else happening. You have to pick the courage and do it. Governance is about taking tough, even unpopular decisions, but it has to be done now. In conclusion, harnessing the power of good governance and sustainability is not just a choice. It is a responsibility we owe to Africa's current and future generations. By building robust financial markets that prioritize ethics, transparency, and sustainability, we can foster inclusive, equitable growth, eradicate poverty, and address the pressing issues of our times. Let us unite. We can't do it. We can't do it each on our own. And act with a sense of purpose, determination, and foresight. Together, we can shape Africa's financial markets for a brighter, more sustainable, and prosperous future. We have to continue the heavy lifting. Thank you very much.